Guys, this story starts on a normal Sunday morning, but it begins with a screaming voice. Someone is shouting, "Come back, you're making a big mistake." This voice doesn't make sense right now, but later its meaning will send chills down your spine. Now the scene shifts to a Christian family. This is our heroine Hope, a teenage girl who's always lost in her phone. Her family is heading out to church because today is a special day for her older sister Skylar at church. There's some light bickering at home as Mom Val and Dad Garrett tell everyone to hurry up. At church, the pastor delivers a sermon, and his entire message is about one thing: forgiveness. He says that if you forgive others for their mistakes, then God will forgive your mistakes too. This seems like just a normal church lecture right now, but it's actually the true heart of the entire movie. That's when Hope pulls a trick. She tells her family that she'll stay over at her grandmother's house tonight, whom everyone calls Nan. Nan also agrees, saying yes, it was her idea. But the truth is, this is all just an excuse. The parents agree on one condition. Hope has to go to school the next day and she has to share her location. Hope promises and happily heads out. Guys, from here, the real game begins. Hope is actually going to meet a boy. His name is Trevor. They met online and have been texting each other for months, so Hope thinks she knows Trevor really well. They both arrive at a bowling alley. Trevor's friend Matt and a girl are also there. Trevor gifts Hope a necklace, a locket with Hope written on it in Spanish, meaning her own name. Hope gets happy, but then Matt's girlfriend takes Hope aside and asks her how she knows Trevor, and subtly warns her that there are a lot of girls after Trevor, so she's lucky. A little later, Hope suddenly starts getting dizzy and feels weird. She doesn't understand what's happening to her. Trevor says he'll get her some water and takes her outside. Hope stumbles as she walks, and right here is the biggest and most painful twist of the movie. Trevor leaves her alone outside a shop. There's some people grab her and take her to a man. A stranger man is sitting there. He pulls out a photo in front of Hope, a photo of her entire family. It has her mom, her dad, and her sister Skylar. The man calmly says that he knows where Hope lives, and if Hope doesn't do exactly what they say, he'll hurt her family one by one. First her mom, then the rest, and finally her sister. Hope's heart sinks. Then the man gives Hope a new identity. He tells her that now her name is not Hope, but Blaze. He forces her to repeat this name over and over. After this, she's handed over to a handler called Queenie, and Hope is ordered to do whatever Queenie says. From here, Hope's kidnapping turns into the dark world of human trafficking. Trevor's love, that necklace, that dating, everything was a carefully laid trap. As soon as captivity begins, Hope is broken down with drugs, so she stays under their control without questioning anything. She's told again and again that now she's doing good, and if she goes along with them, she'll get everything. All of this is emotional and mental manipulation to keep Hope under their control. Now the scene shifts to the police investigation. A detective questions Hope's grandmother Nan and her parents. It turns out Hope had left her phone at home, so her location couldn't be tracked. The number she was contacted with under the name Haley has now been disconnected. The detective lays out two possibilities. Either Hope is a teenage runaway, or this is a kidnapping case. But the number being disconnected is a sign that someone doesn't want her to be found, so kidnapping can't be ruled out either. Meanwhile, in captivity, Hope begs to be allowed to call her parents just once so she can tell them she's alive. But she's told straight up that her old life is over now. This is her home now, and these people are her new parents. She has to do whatever they say, otherwise she'll be punished. On the other side, Hope's mom Val is handing out missing person flyers on the streets. They ask everyone if they've seen their daughter. A witness comes forward who checks the CCTV footage, and in it you can see Hope that night stumbling out of the bowling alley in a drugged state heading toward a car with that man. Police examines the footage in detail. It turns out that about 20 minutes after Haley's last message, Hope and a boy enter the bowling alley, and 20 minutes after that, the other man arrives. The last footage is from 9:53 p.m., where Hope is walking toward the car with that man. The police suspect Hope was drugged, but her family insists with certainty that Hope would never do drugs with some stranger. She's smarter than that. Guys, by now, Hope is completely trapped inside captivity and has started following their orders. One day, while they're driving somewhere, she throws up in the car. That same man loses it. He curses at Hope, forces her to clean it up, and threatens to kill her. This shows how quickly these people can turn from sweet to dangerous. Then another heartbreaking scene appears. The same voice from the beginning of the movie is finally understood. The man is shouting, "You're making a mistake. Come back." Someone grabs her and she screams for help, but her mouth is covered. The captor threatens her with her family again. He asks if she wants him to hurt her sister Skylar. Out of fear, Hope keeps begging and promises she'll never do anything like that again. This fear of them harming her family is the chain that stops Hope from running away. Now a big time jump happens. It turns out a full year has passed since Hope went missing. Her church holds a prayer vigil. The pastor tells everyone that even in such pain, they shouldn't lose faith, because no place is beyond God's love. He says with full belief that hope can still be found, and they won't stop praying until that day comes. The scene shifts back to the trafficking house, where a new girl named Jewel is brought in. A puppy named Samantha is brought in front of her, and Jewel gets happy seeing the cute dog. She's told that she has more brothers and sisters, and if she wants to see them, they're in the car. But this is also a trap. As soon as Jewel goes near the car, they grab her and bring her inside. Here it becomes clear that these people even use things like puppies to lure new girls. Then a major turn happens in the police investigation. A man named Mr. Haynes surrenders himself to the police. Detective Romero questions him. Haynes admits that he used to help with the trafficking work. He helped gain the girl's trust and sometimes drove the car. He also admits that he earlier helped kidnap a girl named Tiffany. He recognizes Hope's photo and says that girl was very young, which is why he can't do this work anymore. The detective tells him about Hope. Her name is Hope. She's only 16 years old, just a kid. She asks Haynes where the girls are being kept, but Haynes says everyone uses fake names, so he doesn't know the real names. However, there's one thing he does know. He knows one man, and he can tell the police where they can find him. This becomes the first solid lead for the police. Guys, now the story returns to captivity. Hope becomes friends with another captive girl in the house. That girl tells her she came here by her own choice. Her ex-boyfriend got her work, then left her on the street. Then Queenie picked her up and said if she paid off her debt, she could get work. The real truth is she had no other option. They just gave necessity the name of choice. Hope feels her pain. At night, Hope has a dream in which she sees her little sister come and ask when she'll come home, and then she wakes up. This shows her broken mind and her longing for home. Meanwhile, the police catch the man from the bowling alley. The detective tells Hope's parents that he's being held for questioning, but they still haven't found any solid clue. Garrett's anger explodes. He tells Val that he wants to kill that man with his own hands. He breaks down saying he just wants his little daughter back. A father's helplessness is clearly visible here. Then there's commotion in captivity. Hope is told to get ready quickly. The captor says one of their contacts has been caught, so they have to shift to a new location. Everyone is taken to a new place. Now a scene appears that looks normal from the outside, but is terrifying on the inside. In a diner, the captor behaves with Hope like a normal family, showing her that if she stays good, she can get this kind of freedom too. Guys, now comes the most tense part of the movie. Captor gives Hope a long manipulation speech. He tells her that everything is based on trust. In 1.5 years, Hope has stopped trying to run away, started working without complaints, and now he's even taking her out to eat in public. He says the more he trusts her, the better Hope's life will be. This is a clever way of controlling the victim's mind, but then the car stops somewhere, and the captor's real face appears again. He suspects Hope that she might have asked some local police for help. Hope swears that she didn't say anything, didn't see anything, but the captor doesn't believe her. He says Hope looked toward them. Then he punishes her mercilessly, and on top of that, he acts like he doesn't like doing this, that it's all Hope's fault. This shows how an abuser puts the blame for his cruelty on the victim too. After this, they go to a mall. Summit Square Mall. The captor instructs Hope to just sit near him and not do anything stupid, but Hope says she has a bathroom emergency. The captor lets her go but tells her to hurry. And right here, Hope shows the courage everyone was waiting for. She tells an old woman everything. Suddenly, the police arrive in the mall. An announcement plays on the radio that a missing minor girl has been found, 16 years old. The captor tries to run, but the police catch him at gunpoint and throw him to the ground. Hope is finally saved. Even after being rescued, fear remains in her mind. Still, this is the rescue moment of the movie. Hope is free, but the real fight now begins. Hope is taken to the hospital. There, the doctor tells her parents, Val and Garrett, that it wouldn't be right to take Hope home yet. He explains that just physical recovery isn't enough. The real wounds are inside, and she needs a specialized psychological care center. The doctor also recommends such centers, but Val clearly refuses. She says her daughter is coming home, that's it. She doesn't want to let Hope out of her sight. Hope does come home, But she's not the same Hope as before. She's in deep trauma. Her mind is still stuck in captivity. Even during meals, she can't connect with her own family. Tension starts growing between Garrett and Val about what's right for Hope. Then Nan talks to Hope and speaks about faith. But for Hope, after going through so much, believing in God has become difficult. Nan lovingly explains to her that even if it doesn't feel like it, God is with her. Hope only says that right now she doesn't need Bible verses, she needs something else. But mother and daughter talking again plants a small seed of hope. Things get worse. One night, Hope has a panic attack and screams, "Stay away from me." Seeing this, Garrett finally agrees. Both parents explain to Hope that there's a place where girls like her get help. They clearly tell her this is completely Hope's decision. If she doesn't want to go, no one will force her, and if she doesn't like it, there she can come back anytime. After thinking for a while, Hope herself says, "I want to go." Upon reaching the recovery center, Hope meets a counselor named Jennifer. Jennifer's story is special. She herself is a survivor. She stayed in this same center for 2 years, recovered, and then became a counselor to help others. Jennifer shows Hope her room, the horses, the lake, and the trails. She tells her that there is no deadline here. Every person heals differently, and Hope can stay as long as she wants. There Hope meets a familiar face, Kylie, a girl who was with Hope in captivity, and is now recovering here too. Hope feels some relief knowing that Kylie made it out. Life at the center begins: yoga, gardening, and group sessions. Here all the girls have gone through the same things Hope went through. During counseling with Jennifer, Hope gets stuck on the Bible verse written in the prayer room, that "forgive and you will be forgiven." Hope feels this is unfair. She asks that if Jesus' message was that God loves without conditions, then why is forgiveness made conditional? And then Hope pours out all her pain. She says those people took everything from her. She used to be a normal girl with a normal family and a normal life. Today she calls herself an addict, a school dropout, and a She says she never chose anything in her life. Not the drugs, not any of this. It was all forced on her, and she had to endure it. Now she can't sleep, can't breathe, can't talk to her family, can't even let her dad touch her. And that's why she says she will never forgive her abusers. Never. Jennifer listens to her pain and tells her that this is a very heavy burden she's carrying. After this, Jennifer starts a healing exercise. She tells Hope that whenever an old, self-destructive word comes to mind, she should fight it with a new word. Slowly, Hope starts choosing new words for herself. The first, safety, because sometimes she still feels like those people will come to take her, but the truth is she is safe now. The second, healing, because she used to believe she was broken beyond repair, but now she is slowly getting better. And the third, hope, meaning the belief that tomorrow will be better than today. When Jennifer asks if she really feels hope, Hope says, sometimes, and Jennifer smiles and says that sometimes is enough. But then a painful twist comes. Kylie decides to leave the center. She's going back to a dealer she grew up with. Hope tries to stop her, begging her to stay, because both of them had escaped that hell together. But Kylie says that even after a month, she doesn't feel any better. Healing is a process, not an event. But Kylie no longer has any patience left. The next morning, it's revealed that Kylie has been discharged and has left. Hope breaks down. She tells Jennifer that those people always win. Whenever her day is bad, whenever she can't sleep, those people come back into her mind. And now with Kylie leaving, she'll get trapped in their cycle again. Hope's anger explodes. She says she hates those people so much. And right here, Jennifer says the thing that is the real message of the entire movie. She tells Hope that she also once thought she would never be able to forgive her traffickers. But in the end, she did. And the big twist is that Jennifer explains, forgiveness is not about those criminals at all. It's about Hope herself. When we get hurt, we hold all that pain inside our heart. But when we are able to forgive, only then can we remove that anger, that pain, and that suffering from our heart, the very things that stop us from moving forward. Forgiveness can free Hope from the chains of her past. Hope asks how to do this when she gets stuck every time she thinks about those people. Jennifer lovingly says it's okay, she can process it slowly. Then she gives Hope a passage from the Bible to read, Psalm 23, "The Lord is my shepherd." The most beautiful moment of the movie comes here. Hope sits alone and reads that same psalm, which says that even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. And while reading, Hope finally says the words she couldn't say throughout the movie. God, I forgive them. This is her real freedom. Getting justice by punishing her abusers is one thing, but freeing herself from that hatred is true peace. Guys, at the end of the movie, the screen tells us that Still Hope is based on real events. The stories of young girls who endured the hell of human trafficking and showed the courage to recover. People are appealed to join this fight because darkness grows in silence, but your voice can become the light of someone's freedom. And with this, the film leaves its biggest message. No matter how broken life becomes, no matter how deep the darkness gets, one thing always remains: hope. Like hope, every broken heart can heal again, and every person can rise again. So guys, what do you think what Hope did? Was that truly the hardest thing? Forgiving the people who did such terrible things to her? Make sure to tell us in the comments.